Yeah, this is Hollywood Joe with a wrestling DVD review this week. And I'm not going to do that voice all video long because it'd probably kill my throat. But earlier this week, I picked up the highly anticipated Macho Man or Randy Savage story. Blu-ray version. Blu-ray's always better. Keep that in mind if you have a Blu-ray player. It's been very highly anticipated all year round since news came to light that it was being made, and Macho Man, as most of you know, is pretty much a world-renowned figure in the world of professional wrestling, and how could you not know who the Macho Man was? Slim Jim, the voice, the colors. Closely associated with Hulk Hogan, whether they were friends or enemies. And the DVD talks about this. You haven't seen the cover? That's what the cover looks like. It's got the back. I love the documentaries that WWE always puts out because there's always, each one has its different style for a different superstar, they do. And Macho Man's, wasn't any different. They actually had clips of Macho when he was doing a in-depth sit-down interview in 1993 when he was still with World Wrestling Federation. It really goes into depth of who the Macho Man really was, his time even before pro wrestling, how he was a very notable minor league baseball player. Towards the end, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit of a tearjerker when they talk about his passing, because so many people were touched by the Macho Man Randy Savage, and he impacted a lot of people inside the pro wrestling business. Now, the two things I was disappointed in, because obviously there's always disappointments when it comes to everything. I was disappointed that they didn't talk more about his feuds with the Ultimate Warrior and Jake the Snake Roberts. They talked about his feud with Ricky Steamboat, because obviously the match from WrestleMania 3 is still talked about today, but I really thought that his feuds with Warrior and Jake Roberts were just as good as the one with Steamboat. And there are a couple extras where Jake talks about the snake bite from I think it was WWF Superstars in '91, which was like leading up to Survivor Series of '91 that year. And Jake briefly touches on it, but I really think they could have done more with his feuds with Warrior and Roberts. And I was actually also surprised they didn't take clips from the Ultimate Warrior's DVD when he talks about Savage and put them in there, because in my opinion, two of Macho Man's best matches that he's ever had were at WrestleMania 7 with his career on the line, and SummerSlam 1992 at Wembley Stadium. And to me, those are two Macho classics. And I also wish that he would talked about Ric Flair a little more. He had some great matches with Ric Flair in WWE and WCW. I like the personal attention that Elizabeth got in the feud that they had in WWE 1992. None of you don't know the story on that. It was rumored that Elizabeth was having an affair with Ric Flair and all this other stuff. They photoshopped some pictures of Liz and Rick hanging out, and it fueled Randy's fire, and that's how the main event of WrestleMania 8 became Randy Savage versus Ric Flair for the WWE title. But like I said, they also had some great matches in WCW in late '95 and early '96. something about Flair and Savage was always a good thing, and yeah, I just like I said, Flair, Warrior, and Roberts. Like I said, I think are three key people when I think of the Macho Man Randy Savage in his career. And I do like how they did touch on Diamond Dallas Page, because Macho Man made Diamond Dallas Page, superstar during their rivalry in 1997. So I'm glad they did include Diamond Dallas Page. Those two were very close, as DDP talks about in the DVD. But I do like how they did the documentary. I like the match selection from the DVD. Lots of great matches that weren't on pay-per-view, weren't on television, period. And they did a really good job, and I'm glad Lanny Poffo was on there, and Randy's mother. That was really cool to see Randy's mother on there with everything she had been through, losing him and then losing her husband a year before Randy. So one other thing I was disappointed in, I know it's a sensitive topic for a lot of people. I wish they would have laid to rest whatever rumors there were about Randy and Stephanie when Randy was still in the WWE. A lot of people say that Randy slept around with Stephanie McMahon, and that's what caused the fallout between him and Vince. And it does show a little clip of Randy talking crap to Triple H and saying that he's going to take Stephanie, but that's all really mentioned about. I really wish somebody would come out and say, hey, this really did happen, or this really didn't happen. But makes me wonder, though, because if it didn't happen, why wouldn't Stephanie come out and say it didn't happen? That's one way to look at it. I don't know. But love the fact that they addressed the issues with Hulk Hogan, which were very widely publicized, with Randy Savage coming out with a rap CD with his hit title called Be a Man Hulk, which just totally just destroys Hulk Hogan at the time. But I would say if you're a fan of the Macho Man, this is a must-have DVD. There was a DVD that came out probably 4 or 5 years ago. It was a 3-disc DVD that had his best matches, but no documentary. If you want to know more about the Macho Man Randy Savage, this DVD is definitely a must-have. So, with that being said, my name is Hollywood Joe, Hollywood's World of Sports. Be sure to check out hollywoodsworldofsports.com. And keep on tuning in for more videos and more reviews. And all I got to say is, dig it. Ooh, yeah.